Welcome, everybody, and welcome to the new episode of Improv Gaming. Episode 29. 28.
28.
28.
28.
Right off the bat.
I was excited.
Yeah, you were.
28 here on youtube.com/Improv Gaming. As always, I'm joined with the best guys I know. To my right, he only has the best ponytail in the business,
It's fabulous.
Mr. Nicholas.
How's it going tonight, everybody?
And to my left, he's only the biggest Zelda fan in the world. Don't believe me, he has the tattoo of the Triforce on his arm. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jeremy Bird.
The biggest Zelda fan in the world coming at you once again.
And I'm Pete. And what I'm wondering...
Oh, God. What
Are you excited about my
I
wonders?
am. I'm wondering what you're wondering.
What you guys are playing right now?
I'm still on Metal Gear Solid. Until Just Cause 3 comes out, I'm still on Metal Gear Solid.
Did you get any further in Metal Gear
Yeah.
Solid?
Yeah. I've been chipping away at it bit by bit, doing side missions. You know, if I have an hour to kill, I'll do a couple of side missions. If I have like 3 hours to kill, I'll tackle a full-fledged mission.
How much percentage would you say we're at?
I'm nowhere near done. I'm probably graciously at 20%, and I'm being gracious to myself.
I'm thinking that I'm not that bad. For you, sir.
I'm hopping around right now. I'm still working on Arkham Knight. Months later, don't care. Mario Maker, a little bit of NHL 16, and come Friday, everything goes on the back burner for Triforce Heroes.
Yeah. And
Wow.
Yoshi, doesn't that come out the same day too?
Yoshi came out already.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, man, look at how
I'm
bad
behind,
I am.
so yeah, I got it. It's sitting on the pile. I'll get to it.
I've been playing Super Meat Boy, the free
How is
game
that?
on PlayStation Plus. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it,
Oh, how fun is that game?
but then you really enjoy it.
Yeah, I heard like the bosses are phenomenal.
Yep.
Oh,
in that
yeah.
game. Yeah.
The first one is like this walking like chainsaw, and you have to like go through all this like...
Well, can't you like pick and choose which bosses? A lot like Mega Man, like you can pick and choose which bosses to go to first.
No, you could choose a level, but you have to complete all levels to unlock the boss.
Gotcha.
Right.
And remember what I told you? If you die in a level, it's because you made the mistake. The game
Yeah.
is set up so if you miss a jump or whatever, that's your own fault.
That like it's very and it's quick, fast, very good. I'm working.
Good.
No, I'm working on that. That's been really fun. You know, before Halo comes out, because that's the next big game I'm going to be playing. I don't think I'll have enough time for Until Dawn, but hopefully I'll get to it eventually. I've heard it's what Sony said is it's the sleeper hit. They said,
Until Dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. But I really have my hopes up for Just Cause 3, because I played the game. I played part 2. I never played the first one. I played the second one, and I just fell in love with the chaos that you can cause in the game. So I'm really looking forward to what you can do in Just Cause 3.
Well, when we were at Comic-Con, we actually there was a side for Square Enix, and they had like 8 playable Just Cause, and you just saw everybody going crazy.
Couldn't get near the line. It was like
it was intense.
Wow.
ridiculous.
But definitely something to check out. Hey, if you're new here, welcome. This is the Improv Gaming Show here on youtube.com/Improv Gaming, where we are 3 professors. We teach you all the knowledge about video games. We have it, a Gamescast every week. We have it on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays with Let's Plays. I know you guys have been wanting more Let's Plays, so we're doing our best. We're figuring about 2 or 3. I think like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. That way the only day they don't have anything to contact is
The
Sunday.
day of rest.
The day of football.
The day of football.
But...
For us and him, at least.
Yeah, I'm not a sports follower.
How the Saints doing, buddy?
I don't
my God,
watch.
terrible.
I don't watch sports, and I don't play sports video games. So unless you're willing to pick up a basketball and play along with me, or football and play along with me, I don't.
Are you
pay
the running
attention to it.
back? Because you're so small.
Shut up.
Really? Really? Was that a short joke?
And speaking of,
Obviously.
speaking of Let's Plays, I can guarantee the fans a couple of things. Since it's around Halloween time, if you couldn't tell by this sweet ass thing.
It is nice.
It is. It's really nice.
Thank
Gorgeous.
you. I do have Limbo Part 2 coming up for you guys. I'm going to try again to play Evil Within and make it past the monster in the room. And, oh crap, there was one more game I was going to play for you guys. Limbo Part 2, Evil Within. By the end of the episode, I'll remember it. I'll come back to that. It's going to hit me out of left field. Just remember, I still owe you those 2. I'll get those guys to you as soon as possible.
And remember, next week is our Halloween-themed episodes.
Yes.
Oh, I wore my shirt wrong. Damn. Next time.
Yeah, next week is our Halloween themed episode. So stay tuned for that. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Do you have stuff coming out?
What?
I hear some noise. Do you have the
Oh,
upcoming
it's
game?
time for This Week in Games.
I was trying to make sense. I'm like, hey, don't you have some games to do?
Sorry, the one-up news is strictly for news itself, not gaming. Well, in a way. But...
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
So we got an exciting week coming up. We have...
Do we?
Yeah, we do. Good news, we do.
Everyone.
Good news, everyone.
We have Dragon Ball Z Extreme Budokan coming out for the 3DS.
Oh, Extreme Budokan! I've been excited for this.
Yeah, which we played at
I don't think
Evo.
anybody's been excited for it.
Yo, we played it at Evo.
Was it that good?
It was
Yeah, it was
awesome. Lots
fantastic.
of fun.
Yeah. What now?
I don't think a lot of people have been excited for a Dragon Ball Z game in a very long time.
Well, I did play J-Star Heroes Versus, which has Dragon Ball Z characters.
Yeah?
Really fun.
Well, they had what was
Terrible
the most recent
split.
one?
Tai Chi. Fucking
Yeah,
all that
The
stuff.
most recent like Dragon Ball that came out.
Ah.
And I thought that one was going to do phenomenal, but it just sank.
The last one I played, I think, was Budokai 2. I played the first one. I played the second because I was like, oh, Super Saiyan 3, that's going to be awesome.
Xenoverse was really good. That's what you're thinking about.
Xenoverse?
Was it Xenoverse?
Xenoverse?
That came out? No, it's this gen.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah,
Xenoverse.
that's what you're thinking.
I
It's
like-
now on like discount on the PlayStation.
Yeah, I got a
Network
kick
right
out of it. It was a good game.
I thought it looked good.
All right, we also have Gravity Falls: Legend of the Gnome Gimlets for 3DS. Got me on that one. Guitar Hero Live, which comes out for Xbox 360, PS4, PS3, and Wii U. You guys can have fun with that. I'm gonna skip it.
What?
I'm not-
Guitar Hero Live?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Guitar Hero is a dead franchise to me. I don't
Same
care
here.
how you try to revitalize it. I mean, I might check it out, but honestly, I think the time for that is gone. I think it's come and gone, and it was a fad, and it was fun while it lasted, but it's time to move on.
But yet we still get Just Dance 2016.
Woo!
Get out of here. Xbox for
Hey, I'm excited for Guitar Hero. There will be a Let's Play of Guitar Hero coming up.
Yeah, there
In the
will
next
be. Of
couple
course, there will be. Of course, but you know where I stand on it.
I know.
I thought it was fun.
That's why you're not invited to the Let's Play.
Well, I thought it was fun.
You would be playing, this is not entertaining at all.
This is boring. This is not how to play a guitar.
Boo.
Where is Rocksmith?
We also have Life is Strange Episode 5 for Xbox One, 360, PS4, PS3, and PC!
PC, bro.
PC, bro! Woo woo!
I saw his eyes just light up as he got closer.
Primal Carnage Extinction for PS4, Pulse for PC!
PC, bro.
PC, bro. We have Rebel Galaxy for PC.
PC, bro.
Woo woo! Sword Coast Legends for Linux, Mac, and and PC.
PC, bro.
Been a long day.
PS, PC.
PSPC.
There's a new thing. PS, PC, bro.
Tales of Zestria for PS4, PS3, and PC.
PC, bro.
Woo, woo.
Woo woo!
Woo, woo.
Here's one I'm excited about. Fatal Frame Maiden of the Black Water for Wii U.
Nice.
And you don't have a Wii U.
Yeah, I don't. That's the one that they've been working on, where they actually created the pad to be your camera.
Right around Halloween time, they drop a
Yeah.
game I've been waiting a long time for.
It's gonna be nice. That's gonna be really nice.
We have Knocked for PC.
PC, bro.
Woo
Whoa,
woo! Slender the Arrival for Wii U.
Slender.
Oh, the Arrival. That's
Yeah.
the new. That's the original.
Yeah, they're finally getting it on the Wii U.
Nice.
I got a kick out of it. Let's see how it goes. Nick, don't get mad at me. Assassin's Creed Syndicate comes out. Dun 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 dun.
I'm not mad about it. I mean,
Still broken.
the game looks like they did fix some stuff, like the combat. It looks like they improved the combat. So I'm happy that they are actually working on some stuff. But we're gonna have to see how scaling a building and jumping from rooftop to rooftop is gonna work. How all those dynamics are gonna work, because that was just ridiculously broken. The whole engine was completely and ludicrously broken. So hopefully it's not just the combat engine that they fixed and they worked on, because it does look a lot smoother. It looks
Yeah.
it
The
looks
story
a lot
looks
better.
good.
The story I don't think that they've really ever had a bad story besides the Desmond arc of all the stories. Like, people don't like the Desmond arc. So I can't see that they've had a bad story when it came to actually being in the past. It was the current arc that people just didn't appreciate. So I'm not mad that the game is coming out. I just think it's...
Alright.
It is what it is.
It's overrated.
Like Uncharted, right?
Yeah, like Uncharted.
We have.
We actually had a fan that argued and actually
I
emailed
saw
us
it.
and said that, maybe, thank you for defending Uncharted, Peter. I was like, you're goddamn right.
All right, we have Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes coming out for the 3DS this coming Friday. I am stoked. I wish I had pre-ordered the game because I'm an idiot.
So, what's this Friday? The 23rd?
20th is Tuesday, the 23rd. Yeah, 23rd.
Oh, so Halo comes out the week after.
Yep,
Oh,
you got
damn.
time.
Syndicate comes out before. I might pick up
Yeah.
Syndicate before that.
And we have
You know me, I play the
Yeah,
Assassin's
yeah.
Creeds.
we have Warhammer.
I wouldn't mind checking it out if you wanted to bring it over.
Yeah,
I'd
can make it.
like to check it out.
We could do a thing where it's like Nick comes back to the light.
Yeah, Nick comes back to Assassin's Creed.
Last but not least, we have Warhammer End of Times Vermintide. Sorry, for PC.
PC, bro. Whoop, whoop.
Woo! And that's it for this week in games. So, speaking of, what are we talking about, betas?
Yes, betas is the topic one for this week.
Yeah.
Sweet.
When we're recording this, the beta just ended yesterday for Star Wars Battlefront.
All right.
The
Yes.
beta.
Did you play it?
Did you play it?
Oh my god, I was on there for like 2 hours.
Yeah, I must have played a
Yeah,
shit ton
I
of
didn't
times.
get a chance
So
to
much
hit it.
fun.
Well, I think, and we come to this where there's two parts to this topic, I think. We're going to talk a little bit about the Star Wars beta, let you guys know what our
Yeah.
thoughts were, and also what makes a good beta.
Okay,
Real quick.
that sounds good.
Coming back from Comic-Con, he gets on the phone and he calls his sister. He's like, "Can you do me hair? What's up?" Turn on my TV. Turn on the PlayStation 4. Sign me in. Go to the PlayStation Store. Go to Star Wars Battlefront Beta. Download it and leave it the hell alone. I want to play it. As we're driving back from Comic-Con.
I didn't play it for 2 days after.
I know. Just I was laughing because I'm like, you got your
So
sister. Dude.
one thing I noticed in the Star Wars beta from what I saw, on like other videos and things like that, was it seemed like the graphics weren't quite there yet.
No, I thought it was gorgeous.
Yeah, because it
My
seemed
TV
like
sucks a little bit, so mine.
it seemed to me like some of the stuff just looked very clay-like. It didn't have the texture. Was I looking at something that wasn't the beta? Because I mean, the stuff that I was seeing was from the beta, from what I could tell, and like Luke and Darth Vader looked very clay-like when you get to that last scene.
Well, you have to know that. Wait, the last thing you're probably thinking of the E3 demo.
It wasn't the E3 demo.
Yeah,
It
because
was
that's
demo
how
was
it
the
ends with
E3
Luke
demo.
and.
But no,
Vader.
this was them full-fledged like going
really?
through the beta. Yeah, going through the gameplay, and the land just looked very clay-like. It didn't look life. It didn't look like there was life there. It looked very
Wait, was
Clayish.
even a Hoth?
Yeah, because Hoth
Snow-
looked amazing. Its
Snow
Dead
Planet
Zone
or
was
what?
not that great.
no. I think that's
Dead
what.
Zone.
Yeah, I think it was Dead Zone.
Dead Zone.
You weren't
I
in
won't
snow,
get
you
into
were in
it.
sand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you that. That didn't look so good.
Yeah.
But Hoth looked. Oh my god, they got
Yeah.
Hoth to the
Yeah.
T.
It just seemed like everything was clay-like, and I was like, why are they releasing this as a beta? I thought that this was supposed to be kind of a flushed-out game for a very soon release.
No. Well, we'll talk about the game modes quick.
The only thing they talk about fixing was the AT-AT balance, which is
Yeah.
a problem.
The rebels that are too weak against
Yeah,
the AT.
Yeah, that's the only thing I popped up. That's what they're gonna work on.
Well,
so
Let's start. We drop zone is 8 versus 8 fast combat. You
Lot of
you have to manage drones.
Yep.
And it was good, but it was not great. And I don't know what your takeaway was from it.
I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5. It was fun, but it wasn't like all right. 8 versus 8. You got mayhem going on. It felt good, but it wasn't like blow me away. Amazing.
Yeah. And then the other mode they had was the Hoth mode.
Oh my god.
How was that?
20 versus 20.
It's insane.
One more, and I was actually doing a Twitch of this is you could be on the ground. I was saying this during the video. I was like, you could be on the ground having your own thing. Well, your partners could be in a dogfight in the sky.
Yeah.
You know, and it
Yeah,
could
yeah.
be like you don't even think like, oh my god, like so much stuff is going on because the map for Hoth was huge.
Yeah, there's
Huge.
so much shit going on the screen at the same
Yeah.
time. It's like that's why I like doing the 20 versus 20 because it's like you're in the middle of a fucking battle. Like,
Yeah.
You play multiple games where it's a war game, and I felt like I was in the middle, literally, like I said, in a battle. Stuff's going around, all this shit's flying around. You have AT-ATs coming at you. I'm just like, it's not the experience of like the movie scene, but it's just like I feel like I'm in a full-out war to stop the Empire. I played on the Rebel side. I was just like,
And it's
what a way to immerse.
So how does the transition go from being either a foot soldier to manning a craft or anything like that? Like, do you go up to a craft, you see it, so you hop in it and you fly off? Like,
no, well, what happens is you're shooting with your blaster, first person, all
Yep.
that, and then you'll see these little like what would you call them, like power up things that
Okay.
are around the thing. Some
yeah,
could
yeah.
be
Like
Vader, become Luke if
Yeah.
you're lucky.
The beacons, whatever.
Yeah.
That's all
It's
right.
like, oh, you could do an orbital strike, you can have a shield. Sometimes you'll see, oh, take a Y-Wing for a spin. And
Yeah.
then you hold it, you activate it, he goes like on a knee, and then next thing you know, you're in the ship and you're flying. One thing I was actually very surprised about is it only used the right stick.
Yeah.
I was using the left and it wasn't moving, and I was like, okay, that's weird. And I used the right stick, and it's not like it's weird. It's like weird, but it's not like a problem with it. It was just I would think you would use both, but I understand why they used the right stick.
well,
just
yeah,
one
because
stick.
when you're in a Y,
Yeah.
in a
Yeah,
wing,
that's what I liked. Like,
you're using one single joystick.
quick question: when you play like flying games or you're in ships, do you use inverted controls like how they really
Yes.
fly? I do too,
Yeah.
because I used to play on regular controls, and then when I switched 10 years ago, and I'm like, wow, this is so much easier. But that's what I liked about it. Like, literally, I'm like running around.
It worked well when you're playing Star Fox 64, using the not the inverted. It works well because you actually have a direct link to where because you're more controlling the
The R-wing.
not the R-wing. You're controlling the reticule. You're not really controlling
Yeah.
the ship. It never felt like it. Always felt like you were controlling the reticule. So it felt more like a first-person shooter and a guided first-person shooter in Star Fox. But then as games became more advanced, it just made sense to use the inverted. It felt more natural because you had an open space to play around with, like Ace Combat and Battlefront.
My friend plays with regular controls, and I'm like, you're killing me, dude. But
It was cool though because, like I said, you have all this stuff going on in Hoth, and it's big enough where you're not on top of each other.
Yep.
Like you could have a battle with somebody, turn around, and then you could see your other teammates in a battle. You know, while you see a TIE fighter just hit the ground and explode. You know,
nice.
Yep.
like there's so much. That was what was so impressive with this beta. Was it just I didn't have any hiccups. It ran so smooth.
mine ran perfectly, and I have
Yeah.
clunky Wi-Fi, so.
And that's the thing. It was made. Dice is the developer, and you know they had some shoddy things with Battlefield. You know, lags and stuff like that. But the thing ran absolutely fantastic. Wait times were very good. You know, you had so much to do. It dropped you in, and like it was nice because it gave you. Coming back to the beta, it gave you a perfect little taste. It's like, here's a small map of 8 versus 8, fast paced, you know, basically capture and hold type gameplay. And then this other one where it's, you're on the Rebels, you have to stop the 2 AT-ATs. If you are the Empire, you have to destroy everything,
Destroy the
basically.
base.
Yeah, so like there's all these different things. I was able to be in an AT-AT. I was able to do the Walker,
Did you drive the snowspeeder?
No, that's the only one I didn't get a chance.
Oh, it's so much fun. Oh my god, and I did do the tow cable mission.
Did you? Because I had the opportunity to do that at one time.
I had to because I played Shadows of the Empire on 64 when you got to do it.
Yeah.
Oh man, it is so different trying to do that with inverted controls. Like I said, on that game it has regular controls. Doing it inverted, I'm literally like my brain's working backwards, but just oh my god, to relive that scene.
Yeah, and
so much fun. And I kid you not, sorry.
No.
So you're literally like in that game in Shadow of the Empire, you fly around and there's nothing really shooting at you, no big deal. I'm trying to wrap up the AT's feet, and everything's just flying at you in one shot.
Yeah.
Like you have people on the ground trying to shoot me down. I have TIE fighters shooting at me. I literally had the other AT turn. All of a sudden I see these two big lasers come past me, and I'm like, that's shooting at me now, dude. Jesus Christ!
In mine, like the AT-AT was going down, and I turned around, and it was legit right in front of me, and you just saw snow in your face, and I'm just like,
that's a good touch when you can pull something.
Yeah, it was. I think it was one of the best betas I played this year.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of betas, you know, guys. I like to try it. And the thing that worried me was, there's no single player campaign. But you know what? It looked, even though you could only do 2 modes in the game, you still had so many to choose from when the game was released. Something called Blast, the Squadron fight where you're in there. Like,
cannot wait to play that.
like there's so many different missions. I'm like, yeah, Drop Zone, the 8 versus 8, I think will kind of like bow itself out. Like there will be some people to play it, but the Hoth, I was like, perfect.
I think the 8 versus 8 is going to be the people that are like really keen on first person shooters and they pick it up very quickly. So it's going to be more of a competitive thing. Whereas that 20 on 20 might be
chaos.
Just chaos. It's too chaotic for a traditional Call of Duty team to go in there and really wreak havoc like they would normally do.
Choke on that, you noobs.
But you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think that they would be as good in a 20 versus 20 because now you have 10 amateurs to every, or you have what, 5 amateurs to every one professional. So can they really take out 5 amateurs to every one of their professional? I doubt it because you have bullets flying everywhere and you can die from anything. You could probably die from the walker falling on you or the
that makes sense. No, not the walker. No, the walker did step on
the AT-AT. You can probably die from the AT-AT.
It did step on me once.
Yeah,
I was watching. Literally, I'm watching. And I just hear boom, boom. And I'm trying to take out a squadron or something. All of a sudden, I just literally see a shadow come my gun, and I start turning around. I'm like, uh-oh. It's like, you have died. I'm like, ah.
So that's nice to have that added feature of like things that aren't necessarily part of the war, but there's still an aspect of the war can still kill you.
Yeah.
You know, like somebody taking out an AT-AT could kill you even if they're on your team.
Yeah.
Oops, accident. You know, that's just casualties of war or the business.
Like I said, it was a massive beta, and it was, I think, 8 or 9 gigs to install, but definitely worth it. I mean, I had a lot of fun, and I was worried, like I said, no single player, but for it to be just multiplayer with the squad fighting and all these different modes, I'm like, you know what? This is something that might actually be able to hold me, where I could say, you know what? I don't feel like doing Call of Duty tonight. I feel like doing Star Wars.
Hey, Pete.
And you want
to take on the Empire? Let's do this. Top out. Let's go to this.
And it's the music's in there, like when it gets intense, you know, the music will go, and you'll have like the orchestra being played while you're like running and like everything going on, and it's just a well done.
So
beta.
would you definitely recommend it for somebody? Would you definitely recommend it as a when it comes out? You have to buy it.
I would.
Don't even
hesitate.
Any Star Wars fan out there, it's a must.
Well, what about people that aren't Star Wars fans? Do you think that they'll enjoy it? I mean, most video gamers, I think, are Star Wars fans, to be honest. But there's got to be a few people out there that aren't.
Yeah.
I would recommend just pick up, play. It's a fun game. You can like experience all different weapons. You have all different modes, the different ships, and all different things you do.
It's a breath of fresh air from Call of Duty. I love Call of Duty, but it will be this online multiplayer game that has all these different game modes where it's not just kill. It's objective based, you know, and things are always happening. And like I said, the Battle of Hoth, all my playthroughs, I did about 20 of them, were all different, you know.
Yeah.
Always something crazy happened where I'm just like, that was the moment of the match.
I feel like this is going to be a game changer. I feel like the reason that they have this 20 versus 20 battle is 20 is such an arbitrary number. Why would you pick 20? I think that they did research and they said, how much can we dram into one side of a battle to outweigh all these professionals that are dominating Call of Duty?
That's what I like.
I feel like that's the number that they came up with. Was if you do 20 versus 20, it completely undermines the skill level of the Call of Duty players. Yeah, and they have to reinvent the way that they go into combat.
Isn't Call of Duty like what, 4 versus 4, 6 versus 6 maybe? Like that's small.
I think it gets up to 8 versus 8.
Yeah, just think about it. 20 versus 20. That is insane.
Yeah. And the maps being bigger than Call of Duty, especially for Hoth, where there's always something
they have
to do.
if you have 20 players on each side.
Yeah,
they have to be gigantic.
I was happy that they extended that. What do they have it like? They had a 2-day beta and then they extended it for another 2.
It was from Thursday originally till Monday, and they extended it to Tuesday because they wanted to work on some things, even though there would be
that was
connective issues. But I didn't get any for that.
That's one thing I don't understand is working on a beta, trying to fix a beta. I don't understand it.
Well, Street Fighter's beta was completely broken.
Yeah.
I'll explain that in a minute.
Well, to me, like, a beta falls in line with a demo. The whole point of it is to kind of generate the interest of the game, right? Like,
but they still have time to work on it. A demo, usually you're close to the end.
But, I don't know about that. I feel like a beta to me is here's a multiplayer game that's coming out, and we want you guys to try it to see how it works in the real world on a real network, not on a interior network. So when they put a beta out there, like Street Fighter, I don't think of that as a beta. I feel like that's a demo.
It is a demo, but the thing was, it never worked. Basically, if you pre-order the game, you get the beta code to play it. I downloaded it. I have yet to play it. I
So
can't
it was
get
completely broken.
I can't get the damn thing to work. And they released beta version 2. Doesn't work. Beta version 3. I've never played the game.
I feel like it's time. It's time to like.
So I was just
Go ahead.
I was just saying, I've seen people play it online. It doesn't work for me. I don't get what the problem
Really?
is. Anyway.
Well, I feel like after beta 2.3 or 0.3, it's time to just wipe your hands clean and start working on the game, because obviously whatever's causing an issue in the beta, there's something wrong with your game. So instead of focusing on fixing the beta, fix the actual game.
That's what I was.
Like.
That's what they did with Final Fantasy 15, if you remember. They put out a demo, and they
patched the demo.
They were patching the demo, and we're like, cool, work on the real game. But no, they kept patching the demo.
It feels like it's redundant, and it shows me that these developers have way too much time on their hands. If you're patching a demo or patching a beta, you should be working on the game. You shouldn't be patching a beta. You shouldn't be patching a demo. There's a different situation when, as soon as you release it, there's a huge problem and the demo doesn't even work. Let's say an E3 situation comes up where the controller doesn't connect to Drake. So now Drake is stuck there and the game is frozen. Then there's an issue. Then there's an issue that you have to resolve, obviously. But when people have played the game and they're saying, well, I don't like the way that Drake moves whenever he's in combat, and you're working on that for the demo or the beta, you're doing it wrong. Work on it for the real game and get on with your life. There's no reason to be patch the betas. I don't feel. I think it's just a poor business practice.
Well, and closing with the Star Wars Battlefront, like we said, I definitely think you should definitely check it out if you're a fan of it. I had a blast, It
I
was
had a
something
huge
where
blast with it.
Comes out November 17th, comes out after Fallout and all those big games. So if you want a nice multiplayer game, I think that's the way to go.
It's definitely going to make one of my games of the year. I can tell you that right now.
Oh, yeah.
I was skeptical first, but it's Star Wars.
That's why it was nice. The free beta, everybody could try it, was a smart thing.
Yeah.
So that leads me to a quick little conversation of what makes a beta a good beta.
Not Street Fighter.
Well,
kidding.
You make sure, number one, it works.
Yeah.
You got to make sure that it works enough for the fans to understand what it is that you're going after in the final game.
Yeah, and then tweaks would be, this gun's a little bit too much, take it down.
So the first aspect is the beta has to work. You have to be able to get into the world, experience the world, see what the developers are doing, and give your feedback. Now, the second part of is it's not, to me, it's not necessarily has anything to do with the beta itself, but it's the aftermath of the beta. After everybody's given their feedback, what have you listened to? Have you actually listened to them? Or have you said, no, go fuck yourself, you don't know what you're talking about. We put out a beta because we thought the name of beta meant demo. This is what we're going to give you regardless of what you want. So it's a two-step process. You put out a game that works, a beta that works, and then you listen to what the feedback is, and then when the game comes out, you've either implemented the feedback, or you've shown the gamer or the consumer why it is that you didn't implement the feedback. And they go, oh, you know what? Now that I'm getting the full game, I can see that's definitely a needed aspect of the game, or of the dynamics. How do you feel a beta? How do you feel if would make it successful?
The beta has to have modes. A couple of modes to choose from. Not just one where it's like, hey, team deathmatch, Call of Duty, go. It has to have where it's like, hey, you could do team deathmatch, you could do capital flag, or you could try this new mode where it's like tag. Like, I'm just saying as an example. Yeah. It's not a real thing, but
like capture the flag.
Tag. So you have like these different modes to check out, see how the game does, give like one or two maps, not everything I'm asking, just enough where you're like, okay, I like that map, I don't like that map as much, I like this game mode, I don't like this game mode, and then to show you like in Star Wars where it's like, hey, don't forget we also have the squadron air fight that's still going to be unlocked later when the game comes out. So it's like, ooh, that gets me excited for this game, and you have these different like things to pull you in. Like a bad beta to me would be like, hey, here's one little thing to do, and this is what you have to do, and that's it. It's like, all right, cool, we see how your game is, but can you give us another map? Can you give us another class to try? Rainbow Six, when I did that beta, it was actually a nice beta where you could choose 5 people. You know, you had the heavy gunner, the assault, like the medic, shit like that, and you had that go. But you had the different game modes, you know, and it was just very like, okay, this game mode I'm not a fan of, but I really do like, you know, Capture and Siege, and you know, and it gives that element. When the game doesn't give enough for a beta, I think that's where the beta suffers. You want to give the person enough. The Destiny beta last year, you know, it's like, okay, you can cap to level 5, and then that's it. You're done. You know, and it was enough where you got a good chunk of the game, but then you're like, all right, I'm up to level 5. I'm up to see the moon, but after the moon's done, you know, I'm done.
Yeah,
you know, but here's this whole big open game. By the way, I did finish Taken King.
Yeah, how was it?
It wasn't bad. I was gonna throw my controller against the last boss because some of them you really need to have like friends, like to play along with. Like I like.
That's how Destiny always has been, though.
Yeah, but I like playing the solo thing. But
that's been the biggest problem with Destiny is
you can't find that balance.
Well, no, not that you can't find that balance. That they created this module where some things are matchmaking and some things aren't. But really, in order for you to operate most of the stuff in Destiny, you have to have a team. You have to have a group.
Yeah.
And I understand their mentality behind it. Some things require a tactic. And for your team to be tactical. And the only way that you can do that is really by playing with your friends that you talk to consistently. So you guys should form the group and get in there. But I feel like everything that requires a party in Destiny should be matchmaking. It should all be matchmaking because a lot of their strategies or a lot of the strategies that the enemies use in the game are against a team. So when it's just one person in there going up against them, it's difficult, really difficult for them to get through it.
It was good because at the finale of House of Wolves, they actually put you in a fire team just to complete the mission.
Yeah.
Because it was so much.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the cool thing. Like,
that's the one where they had the 2 spider tanks inside the one room, right?
No, yeah, and then you had that humongous like giant thing that was such a pain in the ass. But you had the 3 people to do it with you. So I think we died once, and then we're like, okay, let's actually.
Yeah.
Now we know what we're doing. I was surprised that the last mission of Taken King didn't do that. But what are your last thoughts on betas?
I haven't played a lot of betas. I played Battlefront and like 1 or 2 others. I did play a lot of demos back in the day. Quick example, Tekken 2 when it came out, my cousin got a demo for that game and you could play as Lee and Yun. That was it. But the cool thing was you could play those 2 characters, fight them out as much as you want. But the thing was on the character select screen, it showed the whole roster, which I was like, all right, it's a good little taste of the game. I'll probably pick it up down the road.
Yeah.
Played a lot of demos, haven't played a lot of betas, but I'm looking forward to more.
See, the nice thing with betas, and this is where I'll argue with you a little bit, demos are when basically the game's done. Yep. Uncharted Nathan Drake Collection came out as a demo. The game came out 3 days later or a week later. You know, not enough time. A beta, the Star Wars put out a beta, and now they have a month to tweak everything and do a little bit of everything, and then put it out, and then if need be tweak, you know. I think betas is okay, here's almost our finished product, it's almost done, you know, but here's a taste, what do you think we should do? Yeah. And I think the betas are starting to really take over the demos.
Well, the reason that the betas are starting to take over the demos, and you see betas a lot, is because betas, and this is the traditional sense of the word beta, is for multiplayer.
Yeah.
It's specifically for multiplayer. Demos are, you know, this new Sonic the Hedgehog game. Yeah. This is a campaign for the demo to see how the game is. Here, you know, it's to whet your appetite. Like, Zone of the Enders 2, I think, had a demo, or Zone of the Enders had a demo for Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. So that's, you know, all well and good. It's 2 different concepts. Now that the marketplace is more towards online play, that's why you see betas are taking up more space than everything has a beta. You have Destiny with the beta. You have Street Fighter beta. You have Battlefront beta. You have everything is a beta. The problem is that the alpha, which is before the beta, and that's how the Greek alphabet works. Mm-hmm. The alpha.
The more you know.
The more you know. The alpha is always an in-house thing. It's always, okay, we're going to test the server and see how well it works with 20 of us versus 20 of us. And there's only so much that you can do.
Was also, Destiny did have an alpha. Remember?
Yeah.
Before the beta, that was an alpha.
There
You
was?
had to- yeah, you had to sign up. There was only like a select list that did it, but I was on that, and it was the same as the beta, really.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's testing a localized network, but the beta is more open. It's more for them to test how their server or whatever mainframe they're using is going to handle the rush. So it's more for tweaking the online experience than anything else for gamers. I don't usually ever see a lot change for the beta in terms of the dynamics, the collision, the hit detectors. You don't see any of that stuff change. What you do see change is the bandwidth, the frame rate, and all that stuff. How much of it can actually be controlled by the server. So you'll see a huge shift. There's never going to be demos again. It's going to be all betas.
Yeah.
Because
everything's multiplayer now.
Everything's multiplayer.
What did you guys think? Did you play the Star Wars Battlefront beta? What did you think
better
of it?
have.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. Also, if
I didn't play it.
you're
missed
not a
out.
Star Wars person. You could also comment, let us know what you think of betas. If you think they're dying or they're gaining ground and demos are dying.
And shout out to the fan that completely contested and thanked Pete for defending him, defending Uncharted. We love your feedback. Even though you disagree with me and I disagree with you, I do love the feedback and I do love to hear from the fans.
Thank you. Fuck you, you're wrong. It's still overrated.
Hey, I was right.
It is.
Did we just say that?
Look,
Nintendo was the runner-up.
I feel
I was
like
right.
it's an overrated title, but
Just 'cause you got
I'm
ganged
glad.
last
I'm
time
glad
doesn't
that you
mean-
did actually participate in the conversation, and thank you so much for getting to us and letting us know that you thought Pete was right, and thanking Pete. And I guess for some reason trying to blow Pete over the emails. I don't know why, but whatever floats your boat.
It's the goatee, or the full-on beard.
The chin strap.
Thank you guys for watching. Like we say, we come here every week. We talk about games. The three professors of gaming. I think we're gonna keep that. I like
No,
that.
we're not.
Yeah, I
no,
love that.
we're not. That is way too close to the scholars of wrestling.
Very fair. I will figure something out. One day I will. But hey, you had to stick around this long. It's almost been 40 minutes.
Yeah,
we talked
wow,
about this a lot.
jeez, yeah, we have.
Well, we you know, when they come to watch the show, we don't even talk about video games. It's not even all the time. It's just some of the time. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on Wednesday for our prequel topic. As always,
Game on.
Well, she's also not that crazy.
Until you lay the dick down and they all get crazy.
Can we get that on? Was that on camera?
That was on